What is up, savages? It is Monday, February 25th, 2019. I'm excited. Let's get after it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the SavageMine RandomCoin Mining Show. It is, like I said, it's Monday, 25th of February 2019. Basically what we do on this show is we randomly pick a coin, or it's randomly chosen for us, and then whatever we land on, we try to mine it within 30 minutes. And I do this every weeknight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you like crypto mining video content like this, be sure to subscribe to the SavageMine YouTube channel. And if you like random crypto thoughts and updates and other nonsense, be sure to follow me on Twitter as well, because I'm a freaking legend over there. So you can tell I got 211 followers, so I'm killing it. I'm killing the Twitter game. Just kidding. Before we get started, be sure to nuke the like, hit subscribe, click the notification bell, and all that junk that you have to do to support the channel. It does help out a lot, and I do appreciate it. In this show, we have a list of over 100 GPU mineable coins. I think I'm at like 168 right now. We run through an online randomizer to choose from, to choose one of them from that list of 168 or 167 or whatever I've got. Whatever we land on, we try to mine it successfully within 30 minutes so we can switch over to the BrandonCoin daily mining live stream that starts on his YouTube channel at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before we get started, I always like to show you guys what the market is doing right now, and this is what we're looking at the moment. XRP's up quite a bit today, but I mean they've been hovering around that 30-cent mark for a while. Because I guess some news broke that they were going to be listed on Coinbase. I don't think that they are yet, but I think that they're just, it was just announced. And everything else is kind of, pretty normal. Had a pretty wild weekend in the crypto world though, for sure. So that is what the market is doing right now. I also like to show you guys what I am mining. I am still mining Atheos. Atheos, I believe, and that's that crypto that is focused on bridging the gap between gaming and crypto, or it has a lot to do with online gaming, basically. So it's kind of on the blockchain gaming, basically, is the way to look at it. Pretty cool stuff. And then that's what I'm mining using Simple Mining on the two co-owned rigs, and then I've got these two rigs here. I'm still mining Aeon and Atheos. I'm mining Aeon on NVIDIA and Atheos on AMD because, just the technology between the two, it just doesn't make sense to put my AMD rig on Aeon. It just, the hash rates are so low, so I figured I would leave it on Atheos because it just crushes that. So I'm good there. I do, whenever I'm mining Fhash, I have to take one GPU offline, just disconnect it, power and stuff, because the circuit that this is on is a, it's a 110, 115, and if I put that 12th GPU on there, it'll trip the power. The surge protector basically has a little built-in circuit. I think it's I want to say it's 15 amp protection or something like that, and it'll trip it. So I have to take one GPU off, which is not a big deal. I don't mind Fhash all the time, so it's just one of those things that I just deal with. And it's stable the way it's running now, so I'm happy with it. Let me head over here and check the chat real quick before we go ahead and get started. What's up, Crypto Z? I dig big blocks. What's up, man? Bitcoin Jake. Charlie Key, what is going on, man? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. What I do is, in order to prevent a situation where we land on a coin that we're not going to be able to mine, and we waste a lot of time with researching it and all that stuff. I pre-record the randomization part so that I can verify that we are going to be able to mine whatever it is that's randomly chosen. I can tell you this, I had no problem with the one today, because today is actually one of my all-time favorite projects like ever. It was one of my first projects that I really researched, and I did a lot of homework on it, and I was like, this is really cool stuff, right? So let me show you the pre-recorded video. You probably know what it is if you saw the thumbnail or my tweet about it. I was pretty excited. I actually did the randomization part, I think, on Saturday. It might have been, I think it was Saturday. So I've known about it all weekend. So kind of neat. Here goes the video here. Real quick, just to, like I said, most everybody probably already knows what it is, but so it is Ravencoin. Super cool. I was really glad to land on this. However, it was kind of bittersweet though, because I've already done a video on it. There's a video on my channel that's actually, I think it's one of my most popular videos. It is my most popular video right here, where how to mine Ravencoin. What's funny about this video though, I did it quite a ways back, and it was whenever I was still, I mean, it's only 4 months ago, but I was trying to get I was upgrading a little bit, doing more with audio and stuff like that, and background music and stuff like that. And the background music in that video is so loud. People complain about it in the video all the time. It's kind of funny. But they're like, man, can you turn the background music down? Because you're talking about some really cool stuff, but I can't hear you and stuff. But whenever I recorded it and I watched it, the way I had my system set up here, I couldn't tell. So it sounded right to me. I wasn't using headphones or anything like that. I was just doing you know, regular TV speaker and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer. Probably would be a little bit more popular if I had good audio in that, but sorry, I can't go back and change it. I mean, I could do a whole new video, and maybe that's what this will turn into, you know. So yeah, kind of funny. All right, let's see here. Yep, I'm mining Aeon, and we are looking at Raven tonight. So we'll use the Kessel rig, the NVIDIA rig first, this one right here. If we have time, we'll head over to AMD. Might not. I was doing a little bit of I was doing a little bit of configuring prior to the show, and I couldn't find anything really great on AMD as far as mining x16r. It seemed, I mean, a 12 GPU rig gets basically the same as a 12 GPU AMD rig gets the same, about the same hash rate. Well, actually, this will be 11 GPU AMD GPU rig gets about half the hash rate as a 6 GPU NVIDIA 10 series rig does on x16r, from what I could tell. So not very efficient. It reminds me of Aeon, actually, about the differences in hash rate between AMD and NVIDIA. It seems about the same. So I don't mean total hash rate. I just mean the percentage of what AMD gets versus NVIDIA. It's just much better suited for NVIDIA rigs. So this is the coin that we're mining, Ravencoin. Super excited about this. And I might actually, I actually tweeted about this over the weekend. I think I might do like a second night of Ravencoin tomorrow night, maybe, and maybe go into a little bit more in depth of the project itself, and maybe not. It might not be like a RandomCoin Mining Show. It might be something else, talking about the assets and things like that, the super cool stuff about it. Let me give you a quick blurb. If you're not familiar with Raven, I've got some little notes here. Let me look at them real quick and talk about it a little bit. So tonight we're going to be mining Ravencoin. It's an x16r algo coin, which is 16 algorithms randomized. I think it's based on, I think the way that it picks which algo is next is based on a hash of the previous block, I think is how it works. So it's like, that's what creates the randomization. And It was fair launched on January 3rd of 2018 as an open source fork of BTC without an ICO. There was no pre-mine, there was no founder's reward. It just was a fair launch across the board. The total supply is 21 billion, which is 10 times that of Bitcoin, but it has a 1 minute block time compared to 10 minutes for Bitcoin. So it has been ranked in the 60s on CoinMarketCap. I believe right now it was, don't give me the line here. Let's go find out. I want to say it was 107 or 106 or something like that. Okay, so 104 right now. So it's actually creeping up. Got a little pump today. And it's valued right now at about a penny. Its all-time high was about 6 cents, and I believe that was last September-October time frame whenever it was added to Binance. I believe it was added to Binance and then it pumped pretty hard, but I think it actually hit 6 cents even before that, or close to it. Here we go. Yeah, like 5.5 cents, like way back in April of 2018. And then right here, I think right here was the Binance listing, which pumped it a lot, and then, you know, and then we know where it's at right now, about a penny. So it was added to Binance by, it was just added. There was no payment or anything like that. It wasn't, it was just a, I don't know what they call it. What is that called? Whenever they just add it because it's a good project, right? And actually, CZ actually tweeted about it being added, just added outright without, I mean, I'm sure there was coordination with the devs and all that stuff, but yeah, they added it without any kind of payment or anything, which is cool. While it is a cryptocurrency, its main focus is the creation and transfer of digital and physical assets. Some examples would be securities, deeds, serialized gold or silver, serialized art, vehicles with VINs, things like that. I've actually got something in mind. Well, actually, Bitsby Trippin did some videos, a series on it, where he was doing what I had in mind as far as tracking assets, but I was going to take it a little bit further with an actual business case. His was documenting and tracking the was it the boring company, not a flamethrower, you know, serialization, and then putting it out on IPFS, interplanetary file system, and tracking it, you know, tracking the actual asset that way. Is pretty cool what he did, though, because he's got it on his website where you pay for registration of the asset and stuff. It's really neat. And it's basically a physical asset that's on the blockchain, and you can transfer it that way, right? So like if you were transferring the ownership of an asset, a physical asset, you could do it through the blockchain. Yes, there are other cryptocurrencies and crypto projects that do this. Ethereum can do it, Bitcoin can do it, but that's not their main focus. The cool thing about Ravencoin is it is its main focus, is the asset layer. So super cool. That's, you know, why I like it. If you watch the show at all, you know that I'm kind of a fan of, hey, bring something unique to the table, right? And Ravencoin does. So that's why I'm a big fan. I'm not supported by them in any way. They didn't pay for none of this. You know, I'm not compensated or nothing like that. This is just me talking about a project that I'm interested in. Trust me. The thing about asset creation, another cool thing about asset creation is that if you want to create an asset on the Ravencoin network, it is going, if you create that top level asset, you're going to burn, it costs 500 Raven. Okay, so those Raven that it costs to create the asset are actually burned. So they're taken out of circulation, right? They're sent to an address that no one has the keys to, right? Well, so it's taken out of circulation, so it's actually decreasing the circulating supply, right? Which might not sound like a lot, 500, you know, 21 billion and all that, but I want to say that they're up to 17,000, over 17,000 assets that have been created. So you can see how, you do the math there. That's a lot that's taken out of circulation. And then each sub asset is 100 Raven. So if you, for example, if you create a company asset and then the company owns physical assets, like let's say, like cars, if you're like a car lot, then each asset that you create is 100. Now, and then that's also burnt. Now, but here's the thing that I even discussed this in the video, and I know I'm talking a lot, but I get excited about the certain projects, and this is one of them. I apologize, I'm just running my mouth. But the one thing that kind of concerns me about this, as far as the value of each individual Raven coin, okay, each unit, is that it does cost 500 Raven to create an asset. So right now that is what, $5? Am I doing my math right? Around $5, right? Maybe a little bit more. Now whenever it was at 5 cents, that's $25, right? I think I'm doing my math right. So what my point is that what if, as time goes on, if the value of the coin goes up dramatically, let's say it was $1, all right, let's just throw it out there. Let's say that it went from a penny to $1, over time, of course. Then that means that an asset, to create one asset on the network, is going to cost USD value of $500. So if you are a small business, are you going to do that? If you're running a car lot or something like that and you're trying to use this, or if you're a small city or a small town and you're trying to use this as your town's currency, I don't know. That's what it kind of, to me, that rig just shut off. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. So see, I tripped that little breaker. Happened twice. This is the second time today. I might have to put it on something else. Anyway, so that's what kind of, I don't know if maybe I'm not thinking about it the right way or what, but it just seems like that is going to always suppress the value of the coin because of the cost of creating the asset. If that's what this is about, you create the asset, it's going to cost $500. If it goes to $1, it's going to cost $500 to create one asset, and I think that kind of keeps the price down or the value down. In my mind, that's the way I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Let me know if I'm not hitting the mark there, because I could be thinking about it completely wrong, but it just seems like that's correct. I don't know. What's up, Yashnik? What's up, Deadwood? Meatloaf? Yeah, I know. Yeah, Raven. Never heard of it. It's only, it's only been out a year. It's only been launched a year, which is kind of cool. All right, so good grief, man. I am yapping. All right, let's go. I haven't even started the data collection or anything. All right, so let's go here. Let's get this party started. All right. I have pretty much everything set up already as far as like wallets and things like that, but I'm going to go through it anyway, and we might even use maybe the mobile wallet for what we're going to mine to. So let's see here. So let's head over to CoinMarketCap. We were just there, but grab this right here. Say it's rank 104 right now. We'll throw that in there too. And then what to mine. It will be on what to mine as well. It pops sometimes for if you search for NVIDIA stuff. I haven't been over here a whole lot to determine what I was going to mine or anything, so it might be higher up than usual. Yeah, it's still up there a little ways. And this is just with, I've got it lined out for or configured for my particular rig here. So two 1070s, two 1070 Ti's, and two 1080s. And it looks like it's number 6 on the list, right? Not too bad. So we'll grab this. Actually, back over here. Yeah, what I was supposed to do was go to coins and then go to Raven. Grab that. and we'll go to the Bitcoin talk thread. We can get there from here, I think. Or no, it was from here. And here we go. It's a good community. The Raven community is really cool. They've got a lot of stuff going, a lot of devs doing things for free, basically just to help the project and stuff. So it's a solid project for sure. We could maybe use this address right here for donation. Let's do that. For our purpose here. Not sure that they'll get anything because I'm not going to leave it on that for very long. I could, well, I mean, since I'll donate and I'll leave it on there for a little while, I guess. Announcement date. That would be. That's interesting. It should be maybe they did a late announcement as far as the Bitcoin talk goes. I think that's true. I think that they definitely launched on January 3rd of 2018. They probably just didn't post until April. Yeah, that would make sense. Throw that in there. Their website. And at first, you know, their white paper, this was part of a little bit of controversy at first, whenever they first launched, because their white paper was basically just about the x16r algorithm, and that was it. Nothing about the project. It was just the algorithm, and that's it. So it was kind of like, hey, what are you guys doing, you know? But they fixed it. I mean, they have, you know, a real white paper. They have, you know, roadmap and all that stuff. So, yeah, they've got a lot of stuff going on. They just recently released a new wallet. They're doing a lot with the asset layer inside the wallet. I think I want to say I have the wallet running already. I was going to show you guys that. I do have some Raven, but it wasn't like donated to me or anything like that. So this is what the wallet looks like nowadays. You can set it to dark. I think it's in help. Nope. Maybe it's not in help. Options. Display. Yeah, right here. So it's in options, display, and then enable dark. I always like the dark stuff. So. And I do have my SavageMine asset created here. And that's kind of what I was going to get into. I want to, because there's been this thing in the back of my mind that I want to do, especially with the co-owned, actually it only has to do with the co-owned rigs here, and being able to, because one of the things that Raven allows you to do is, not yet, I don't think that this is part of that's on their roadmap that they haven't got to yet, but being able to disperse rewards, I think they call them rewards, to token holders. Like you can create an asset and then have the asset dispense rewards, basically, to all of the token holders underneath it based on how many tokens that they hold, right? You know, percentages and stuff like that. Super cool stuff. I just have this thing going on in my mind about using that feature and that function to dispense the profits from these two rigs right here, if that makes sense. Because I don't own these two rigs outright. I own a large portion of them, but they do have other owners. And I would like to be able to fairly easily say, okay, this is the profit for this month, or however we're going to do it, and dispense it through the Raven network that way, and have it kind of automated. You know, I think that's part of the functions that they're working on for Ravencoin. So really super cool stuff. But we'll see. Okay, back to what we were doing here. I want to use the technicals pool. That was my goal anyway. See if I can get that up here. We have pretty much everything except the pool at this point. And the technicals has Raven on his pool. So I'll just click on x16r there to get the little link generator thing over here. Now, if we're using NVIDIA, we can use, I want to say, it's been a long time since I mined Raven seriously. I've done it off and on over the past few months, but I want to say that T-Rex is probably the most popular, or at least it was then. Let me know in the comments whether or not that's wrong or not. I think it's still the most popular and the most efficient, although Z-Enemy is kind of sticking out at me too, but I think T-Rex is the one that most people use. So we'll just choose that. We'll throw our donation wallet address in here. I did not run the wallet through the virus total. We probably should do that just for the heck of it, just to see what's up. Let me just grab this real quick. I really only need this part. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna grab the whole thing. So I'm gonna put it in the spreadsheet so that I can put it into the description of the video. Throw it down here. I'm just going to grab the pool and the port just to document it properly. And we'll go T-Rex for this. And I want to say, what was the one for, is it SG Miner? Is that what you would use for AMD? I don't know. Maybe we'll do AMD tomorrow night or something. Again, not very efficient. So, yeah, it's a rough one. So let's grab the address, and then we're going to go to, we'll use HiveOS, we'll use the NVIDIA rig, the one that's mining Aeon currently. Okay, so Z-Enemy is your favorite. Well, I already selected T-Rex, so we're going to use that one. It doesn't matter. I mean, we can change it. Alright, so I already have a Raven wallet, but I'm going to create another one because we are using a donation address, a different address. So paste that in there. RVN, YouTube, create. Then we're going to go to flight sheets. We're like super short on time because I ran my mouth. So I'm just going to kind of blast right through this. We'll use T-Rex. Well, you were saying, yeah, I think you're right. What I was looking at before the show was they were saying WildRig was the best, and that's the one I was getting about 50%, you know, compared to NVIDIA. I think that's about right. Yeah, so we'll go T-Rex. Might as well. So we're going to go set up miner config. We're going to go through here and choose the algo. We have to go and grab our, actually our wallet. This should be good. So all I did was put my mouse over the eye and then click this one right here, which is pretty standard config for most pools. But for the pool, we have to actually put the pool in there because it's not included in HiveOS yet. So we're going to paste that as plain text. Get that space out of there. For password, it's C equals just, this is just what the pool kind of recommended that we put in there, so I'm going to put that in there. And then here, now one thing about this particular algorithm, it does have an intensity setting that you can play with. I'm just going to leave it as, I'm not going to put anything in there. And I don't know what that does. I'm not sure what the default is. Probably 20. But I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't think it has to be in there. But if you were seriously mining it, you would want to play with it because and it's based on per GPU. You can see right here how you can line it up. You know, if you have a 1070 and it crashes at intensity 21, you could drop that one down to 20 and so on and so forth. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I'm just going to click apply changes there. Create this thing. Man, it's 10 o'clock. I am so sorry, guys. Is Brandon live yet? I knew we were going to need at least 2 days for Raven. I've been kind of kicking around ideas about extending things out and maybe doing two nights for the popular coins, you know. Now, obviously, if we land on a complete disaster coin, then, you know, we'll just knock it out in one night. But stuff like Raven, I think it deserves 2 nights. So we're going to go up here and assign it to Kessel. Click the little rocket, click Raven, click the one that we created, which was Raven YouTube, and then apply. And then that rig was, which one is showing back here? It's not the right one. Should might have to just get into this rig remotely. Let me know if Brandon is live. All right, so it is. I need to reboot it, but it is already mining. I'm sure I'm getting accepted shares on that. It's super quiet, right? I'm just going to do a Hive shell start and see what we got here. Make sure we got an accepted share so that we can call the show a success, right? And then move on from there. I hear it's kind of cranking up now, but looks like some people are leaving, probably to BrandonCoin maybe. 10:02. I just want to make sure we get an accepted share, and then we will end it and do something tomorrow night as well. Yeah, these OKs right here are the accepted shares, right? Yeah. So we are good. Let me go see if Brandon's live here. Actually, check over here. Yeah. All right, guys. So that is going to end it tonight. I'm going to probably just go ahead and do some more Ravencoin stuff tomorrow night. Maybe get a little bit more in depth in the asset creation and management and stuff, because that kind of stuff just interests me. I just think it's such a cool thing, you know, especially being a completely open source, completely fair launch and all that stuff, you know, no ICO and all that stuff. I just think it's a great project. So that's just me. I will see you guys tomorrow night. I appreciate it. Look for my tweets and my live stream announcement. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time and all that stuff. Stay savage, everybody. I will see you. Take care.